Hey folks, it's me Chris, and I wanted to take a few seconds of your time to talk about this awesome new opportunity that we've been presented with for all of our lovely listeners. We can now offer you all a 1-month free trial from audible.com, allowing you full access to a vast library of audiobooks to choose from. As I mentioned earlier, the trial is completely free, and all you have to do is visit audibletrial.com/GHS and follow the instructions to sign up for a free membership today. We hope you guys enjoy Audible just as much as we do, and thanks for your time. What's it called? What'd you think of the whole idea? I know they gave hints in part 3, but what'd you think of, how they connected Nate's mom, that apparently Nate's mom was the explorer person, and then I guess she passed away. They say in part 3 she committed suicide, but here they're saying, like, I don't think they allude to that. I can't remember. I think they imply it was an illness, and that the dad sent them, to like the boys' school or whatever. But what do you think of that, dude?
Yeah.
It being the mom that was the adventurer? Because I read online some jokes where people are like, "Man, I wish like
Lara
their
Croft.
yeah, Lara Croft," which I'm like, that's
Yeah.
so fucking cool. Like, I would love that so
Maybe
much,
somewhere
man.
in a Ken Levine house. That's
Yeah.
happened. Or a
There's a
Hodor is their mum as well.
there's a period piece Lara Croft that was in the 30s, and it just adds up age-wise.
It didn't really bother me too much. I kind of like just washed over it. It's not the same level as the Indiana Jones one that you with Harrison Ford and Sean Connery. Like that's more important, the connection between them two.
Right.
This one just kind of like went straight over my head.
hmm Yeah, it wasn't as like injected into it or anything like that.
No, not really.
I mean, it's kind of cool though, I guess. Like, it's different, right? It's
Yeah, it's
usually
that.
it's usually the dad or whatever, but they
Yeah,
added more to the lore, I guess you could say, that she was researching Francis Drake, and I think she even thought like we might be related to them or something, but she had no proof. So it ties
yeah,
back into, like in previous games, they're like, Drake, that's not even. Remember, like when he first meets Sully, he's like, "Kid, you're not Drake. Had no way."
yeah,
Like, it ties into that more. So I think that's cool. It makes you go back and replay the whole series and see the story all over again, but from a different, like POV. Like, it becomes different all of a sudden. And I love it when
yeah,
sequels do that, like, story continuations, because it makes the series feel fresh, like
yeah.
going back to it. Um, Dude, I don't know if we discussed this, but so there was no casualties in the game. No friends of Nate died or
Yeah.
anything like that. And I was under the impression, like, I thought Sully was so gonna die.
Too much of a cop out. Too predictable.
Right? Like, in all the previews, and remember that one shot of Nate, and there's like a commercial where it's Nate sitting and he's surrounded by pirate treasure, and he's like, "But was it worth it?"
Yeah,
And like, I thought, "Oh fuck, it's gonna be Game of Thrones by the like every season of Game
yeah,
of Thrones by the end of this game." Um, but no, actually, it's like a happily ever after. Everyone's alive. Like, I even thought, "Oh well, Sam's still gonna die at that part where he's like trapped," but no. Everybody lives at the end. It's like everybody lives happily ever after kind of thing.
yeah. It was all right. I feel like it went too far up its own ass. I'm
hmm
going a high note.
Yeah.
You kind
I'm
of like lapping up every minute of it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a sucker for happy endings, so I would have to like objectively look at it to see if it makes sense, because I just went with it. I was
Yeah,
like, "Oh man, I'm so happy everyone's alive, and look, it looks like Sam and Sully are gonna work together. Hey, oh, like,
yeah,
is that the DLC? We don't know." Like,
yeah.
stuff like
Oh
that. So
yes.
I hope it is too. I mean, they're. Oh man, that's another thing with when the DLC comes out. We may have to come back and do another spoiler
Either
cast then.
that or Drake's venture. You know, the map that she gives him at the end.
That's true. Like at the very end, that would be. Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, god damn it, they can go
when they
anywhere
buy
with
that
it.
place, the harbour.
Yeah, damn, that would be great. Um, what'd you think of the final fight? Because I know the boss battles in all the games have always been. They've tried to make them more and more cinematic. Like the first game, it was basically a QTE, like a quick time
Yeah,
event the whole time. In the second game, it was more straight up a boss battle. And the third game, it wasn't really a boss battle. The third game, I just remember running and things were falling.
yeah.
But this one was like very cinematic. Like it changed the camera angle and the
It was
controls
cinematic,
changed.
but it left a lot to be decided in actually playing it.
Hmm.
Like it felt like I was playing a Beyond Two Souls while considering it. I was
Kinda,
like,
yeah.
what? I'm like, this is it's very out of place. But saying that Tomb Raider has the same syndrome.
Hmm.
Do you remember we talked about Rise of the Tomb Raider?
Right.
Like it wasn't really this the entire fight was a little bit of a letdown. And
Yeah.
I think that these games have never really hit the nail on those kind of moments.
It was definitely out of left field, especially when
Yeah,
Nadine leaves and you're like, "What?" And then like she
yeah,
kind of doesn't die and you're like, "All right, like she's alive, I guess." But
yeah,
I did like the part where Rafe kind of loses his mind, where Nate is like, "Dude, look, like we can lift him up, we can get out of here. It's not a big deal." And he just goes ape shit. Like at that point, he's lost everything, and he even looks disheveled. Like his hair is slicked back the whole game, and it's like, it's down now. Like he doesn't even look like himself. And I like that aspect of it. I thought that was really cool. The fight itself confused me actually. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Like for the first time I played it, I kind of like disregarded the. Well, I saw the commands that popped up, but anyway, that's more gameplay. But I thought it was very
yeah,
cinematic. It actually reminded me of like a better version of what Uncharted One did. But yeah, it was close but no cigar kind of thing. Like there's still something off about it. I think it's better than
yeah.
what they did in three though. Three was just like a giant like running away thing. It was kind of a disappointment.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Yeah, more set piece over more. What is it? Style over substance. At least this one had
Yeah,
more substance to it. And then, dude, of course, the game's epilogue, um, where we jump forward. Now what is it? Like Nate and Elena own a company, and they could go on adventures. Remember
yeah,
Talia, like that thing that you just mentioned, and Sam and Sully are going partnering up somewhere. Yeah, that's it kind of ends there. We jump forward to the epilogue, and all of a sudden we're introduced to Nate and Elena's daughter Cassie. And dude, it's done so well. How it doesn't tell
yeah,
us any years have passed. It just shows another TV, and again we're given the option to play uh what is it, Crash Bandicoot. And
yeah.
I thought, oh, they're on vacation and they brought their PlayStation and Nate is trying to do it again. And then when the camera turns around and you see Cassie, dude, I did not see that coming. I was so happy.
I kind of expected that.
Really? I didn't know. I
Yeah,
didn't
it was
see it
too.
coming.
Well, it was good. It was too predictable when he stayed alive, and it was kind of like, yeah, they're gonna go for the really over the top bubblegum shit
Hmm.
that Uncharted and other games suffer from. It was almost Return of the Jedi. The entire ending. It was so like over the top, sugar coated to the point where, yeah, it's such a good feel good factor. It was kind of like it was kind of like, why is that really needed?
Well, I mean, if you think about it, it kind of was like the
Yeah,
anti Last of Us ending. So
yeah,
maybe what's his face Druckmann wanted to do something different, and I think it fits Uncharted more than anything else, really.
yeah. But I've always found Last of Us has one of the best endings. It was
Oh
so
yeah,
ambiguous. It's so like kind of like tongue in cheek
yeah,
first what it's saying. It's brilliant for that reason. But with like I'm not saying every ending ends on a bad note, but it has to be like in between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi.
right.
And you can't hover too much to Return of the Jedi.
That's a good point, dude. Like Last of Us was one of those endings that like changed the game, so to say. I mean, say what you will about the game. I know some people
Yeah,
say it's like the greatest game ever made. I don't think it is, but say whatever the hell you want to say. That ending was exquisitely done, and that's a hard thing to topple too, right? And Druckmann, I mean,
yeah,
maybe he wasn't trying to with this ending, but yeah, it does kind of pale in comparison. This is more of like a safe ending. I'll give it that. I mean, like I said, I'm a sucker for happy endings, but yeah, it kind of pales in comparison to like the last one he did, The Last of Us.
yeah,
but
yeah,
um, but I did like Cassie. I thought it was cool. I liked how you get to explore It's almost like the first chapter that you're playing in Nate's home, like where you're exploring it. It's like the sequel to that chapter
Yeah,
basically, and you're walking around and you're discovering things from like everything, and you could tell there's a sense of history. I love going to the fridge and seeing notes. Like Cassie's like, I need a new, what is it? Like I need a new surfboard, and then like
did you
Nate's,
see
or,
the
he's like, didn't I get you one already? And she's
yeah,
like, if by get me one already you mean 3 years ago? Yeah, like I love that.
did you see
Really.
the Last of Us poster in her room?
I did see that, and I'm like, is that the
American
sequel?
Dreams.
Yeah, I'm like, what is that? A
Yeah,
comic sequel? Like that was really cool. That was a cool Easter egg for whatever it is. It's kind of like
I think
Destiny
I'll
in
sequel.
Halo.
Well,
Um,
I know the artist that drew the image in that has been told that he's under a complete embargo, a complete blackout. They can't talk about it.
okay, so this is probably a game.
So it's probably the teaser of it, if
Yeah.
anything.
So okay, maybe hey, that'd be cool if we see that at E3, like at
Yeah.
all. Maybe that's why they
Well,
delayed the game. Those
it's
bastards.
as cool as Batman Arkham Asylum having that hidden room,
Yeah, that's
which
so
comes from
cool.
the sequel. Like, that was one of the best Easter eggs I've ever seen.
Yeah, and there was stuff that people didn't discover until years later. Like that's
Yeah,
so cool, man. Like it's so rare to get that nowadays with like the internet and crap. But yeah, dude, I liked it. I thought it was cool. She explores the house. We get to see Nate and Elena what they've been up to for the past, like 12 odd some years. And then she goes to like I guess their office house because they have like a smaller house, and she discovers. Remember, like she's like he left the key. Oh man, and she opens up like this. Apparently, you get the impression that there's like this like a what is it, like a closet or something that Nate
yeah,
never lets Cassie see, and now he left the key. She opens it, and you see all the memorabilia from the beginning of the game, but you're seeing it from the perspective of someone that has no idea what the relevance of these objects are. Like we know, and
yeah,
Nate knows, but not Cassie. Dude, I love that so much. And then you open the book and she greatness from small beginnings, all that all over again.
yeah,
And it was such a beautiful ending, man. I teared up a bit. I didn't cry or anything, but I teared up. I thought it was so cool that like in that family there will always be an adventurer. Like it's like the
yeah,
light, Nate, his flame is over, but the torch is lighting up on somebody else. And it was great, man. It felt like such a night. I love the Uncharted series, and I would love to see a part 5. But honestly, dude, this was such a good ending that if they never want to make another game, just like how I thought The Last of Us was a perfect ending, this game, perfect ending. I don't think they need to continue the series anymore. DLC is one
yeah.
thing that's totally fine, but I think it's done. This is it.
Same, same.
So, but yeah, dude. I mean, overall, I guess overall, I like the game. I really need to finish my series playthrough because I don't. I think I might like this game better than Uncharted 2. Maybe.
I do.
Yeah, like I might. I need to replay it again. I just replayed Uncharted 2 and I loved it, and so I need to replay
Yeah,
this again. But dude, it's way better than Uncharted 3. Way better than the first game for sure. Such a well done game. Currently my game of the year, without a
yeah,
doubt. And I don't know how the fuck it's gonna be toppled. With the other stuff that's coming out. And also, I know we just talked story, but gameplay wise, the game is great. There's so many new mechanics that work so well.
yeah.
But the story really complements it as well. Same thing with the multiplayer. It all just ties in so well.
True, very true.
Yeah. But any final thoughts, dude, before I guess we wrap up the
Yeah,
show?
that's good.
It's good. All right, guys. Well, I think that concludes this installment of Gamer Headlines' Spoilercast. For up-to-date episodes from Spoilercast, be sure to follow our other podcast, The Gamer Headlines Show, on Twitter at TGH Show, and be sure to like our Facebook page, The Gamer Headlines Show. Additionally, Gamer Headlines' Spoilercast can be found on Podbean, Stitcher, iTunes, YouTube, and of course, as always, right here at GamerHeadlines.com. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and we'll see you in the near future.